Welcome back to Trojan TV on Kojiko. My name is Chris Doyle.
And my name's Ray Dukowitz. And we're going to kick off our March show. So what's in store for us, Chris?
Our first segment, we interview some of Moira's greatest bowlers to represent our bowling community.
Let's cut right to it.
I've been a member of YBC since I was around 8 years old. YBC stands for Youth Bowling Canada. They just look to give kids something to do, an extracurricular activity that they can have fun with and enjoy. From league play, you can actually qualify for tournaments like 4 Steps to Stardom, which is now currently known as the Youth Challenge, and Family Twosome, which is father-son, mother-daughter, mother-son, father-daughter tournament, and a few others, which I can't remember the names of off the top of my head, which actually are you bowl league, and whatever score you get helps you, or even what your average is, helps you get into these tournaments. My average when I first started was a 79, and now it is bumped up to a 156, which doesn't seem impressive, but women tend to have lower averages than men. What I like about bowling is that it's not just a male or female dominated sport. It's inclusive. You can have both genders on one team. You can have you can actually have younger members with older members. There's really it doesn't exclude anybody. Myself, I prefer to have my own bowling shoes, which are, instead of just the lane shoes, because they adapt to your feet and they can make you more comfortable. As for attire, I would suggest for league bowling, something that you're comfortable in, maybe track pants and a collared shirt. But in tournament play, you would have to wear dress pants and a collared shirt. Just try it. If you try it, I'm very sure that you'll love it. 5-pin differentiates because it's 5 pins where altogether they equal 15, and you have a lighter ball trying to hit less targets. While in 10-pin, you have a heavier ball, larger ball, trying to hit more singular pins that only equivalent to 1 point.
Well, I've been bowling for a year and a half, and I am in the 5-pin Youth Bowling League run out of the Quinte Bowling Alley. I like the numbers part of the game, calculating out the scores. I also like hitting the pins. I can't pinpoint exactly what got me into bowling. Probably a number of factors, but I'm sure liking it. Well, my average has increased. Recently, it's decreased a little bit, but it's starting to come back up. I think that may be due to me changing a technique. It was at one point in the high 190s. My high score is a 320 game, and my proudest accomplishment is 6 strikes in a row. 10-pin, there's more oil on the lane. You probably should curve it farther. There's only one way to get a strike, and that's by curling in. There's no possible way to throw a straight ball and get a strike consistently. Whereas 5-pin, it's more consistent. Aim for a singular place each time. You can bowl straight, you can bowl on a curve. I don't have too much other experience with 10-pin. Well, I have gone to several tournaments, ranging from smaller tournaments that don't have a winner to and fun tournaments to I went to the provincials. Didn't do too well there, I'll admit, but I'll be back next year.
But how about your team overall?
My team overall got 4th. Well, bowling is a sport for everybody. Everybody's included. It's a fun sport, and usually it's a great group. The parents are not all uptight. That's why you should join. And if you're going to join, practice hard and practice a lot. Those are my words of encouragement to you. They have helped me throughout my bowling career.
I joined 5 years ago when I was 12 or 11. My dad has always bowled in a league at the other bowling alley before it closed down at the Baby Mall. So we used to go bowling all the time for practice and when he had to practice. So whenever some of his teammates didn't show up, we bowl with them for fun. And so that's how I got into bowling. 10-pin, well, the balls are bigger, of course, and they're heavier. So it's much more difficult to get a good swing. 5-pin, they're light, they're easy. But if you ask a 10-pin bowler, they will say 5-pin is harder. You have to find your spot. Everybody else has a different spot than you do. That's why the coaches that are there, they help you find your spot and then just help you from there. There's no stretching or anything. It's just if you want to practice before we start, do it. Like if it's your opportunity to practice. When we go to tournaments, we prefer dress pants and your bowling shirt. We usually get a new one every year. Last year, it was sponsored by Nissan, so that was pretty cool. Footwear, both the bowling shoes, you have them. Well, I bowl on Saturdays, and then on Thursdays sometime I'll sneak a couple of games in for practice. I went to a tournament a couple weeks ago in Peterborough, and every bowling alley, they have different lanes. Some wax theirs more than others. It's just different from any other bowling alley. Usually just shake it off, practice before the tournament because they give you 15 minutes. Get in touch with the coaches. They are absolutely amazing. They help you through everything possible. If you're nervous, they'll be like, okay, just shake it off. Glenda, she is a big one. She's my favorite. She is just so consistent, and she's always there. She'll even watch you when you're bowling every single detail.
My name is Doug Plummer. I've been bowling for 35 years, and I didn't start bowling until I got married to my wife. When I first started out, I was about a 180, 200 average bowler. I wanted to improve myself, so I got myself a coach, and we busted my butt for about 2 years, and even today, I'm still improving. There's things that I have to twerk on and improve. Throughout the 35 years, we have a 5-pin association that we have an open tournament for, and I've qualified 20 times for the open. Out of that 20 times, I have been in the step ladder 6 times, and I've been a 1996 Ontario champ.
And
My age groups right now, I look after the juniors and the seniors. And that's anybody who wants to come out on Thursday nights and get extra help. We also coach on Saturdays during YBC, and we have the range of 4 years old up to 19-year-olds. My granddaughter, she's around the 187, 190 average bowler, and I took them to the youth challenge, and she finished 4th for singles out of 116, I believe, girls. That would cover all of Southern Ontario. Nationals. They rotate nationals every year. So it could be in Ontario, it could New Brunswick the one year, following year it could be out in Alberta. So anybody that makes the top 3 in the youth challenge, they go to nationals. Definitely. We have a guy in what we have an organization called the Masters, and he's 67 years old, and he's still averaging around 260. If I had to say a few things to some of the bowlers, I'd want them to just take a deep breath, stay relaxed, and have fun with it. If you're not having fun with it, then you're fighting yourself and you're going to end up frustrated. If you can enjoy it, you're going to do well.
Well, that was striking. And next up, we have a day in the life of Thor, a student here at Moira Secondary School.
A day in the life of Thor began at the Moira Christmas sharing auction when we auctioned off the opportunity for our cameras to follow a student around for one day. The winner of this was a student named Thor.
Okay, guys, you're looking at the time. That was a quick lab session tonight.
Thor, what are we trying to accomplish with this lab?
So basically what we're trying to accomplish is we're testing how much vitamin C is in lemons after we boil them or heat them. So right now I'm just testing how much vitamin C is in my lemon juice I have gotten from my lemon over here. Then I'm just heating up my lemons, seeing how much vitamin C is in them, and that's the objective. So I guess this will tell you if boiling your lemons is really healthy for you or not. I don't know. It might be.
Oh yeah, I saw that exact video.
We should have like
Hello, this is Jake. So what do you think of me?
Thor's, really nice guy. Feel a strong connection to him today. We're both.
All right, Thor tries really hard at school, gets really good marks, and you always see him working really hard.
I've known Thor since grade 7. He's been one of my best friends. And we haven't been super close lately, but he's kind of a goofy guy. Well, I've recently learned that Thor Render takes apples.
I met Thor in Destinations in grade 7, I think. He was really quiet, but he's always kind of like the really awkward, funny one of the classes, I guess. Sarah?
I met Thor in grade 9 French. He was kind of quiet, didn't really know a whole lot about him until grade 10 or later, actually, to be entirely honest.
Okay, so in French class, there was this little contest that we were having to see who could jump the highest of the wall and touch the clock that was in the French room. And Thor managed to reach it, but he accidentally knocked it off the wall and then proceeded to try and fix it, and it was severely crooked. And according to Miss Patterson, the next French class noticed, and then when someone slammed the door, the clock completely fell off the wall. And it was an interesting experience. We basically threw Thor under the bus that next day, but Miss Patterson got a kick out of it, so it was pretty funny.
We all felt kind of bad because even though Thor is about the size of a tree, he was still on his tippy toes while trying to hold his clock up onto the wall.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes. Mr. Votto's policy on recording things I say and how I feel about it. So it means we'll try to censor ourselves. Just really bring our A game today, I guess. If they were able to, and they're not able to, obviously, extract all the gold that's in the middle of our planet, it would actually cover the entire Earth a foot deep in gold. That's how much gold's in there. That's a lot of gold. I don't know. Oh, I forgot to mention the one rule about facts. Do not question them. Because all I know is exactly what I'm reading to you, and I don't even know if it's true or not. It's just on a list that some guy compiled. Or girl.
We're so glad that you've tuned in to Trojan Television on Kojiko TV. My name is Chris Doyle.
And my name's Ray Dukowitz. Signing off.
Oh, sorry.